This tutorial is about updating content and or deleting content. Most of the time, 99% of the time, we actually update content. We very seldom actually delete content, which will happen on occasion, but not very often. So I know that I've got a piece of content that I uploaded earlier today, but I've had to go through and actually update it with new elements of the video. So that piece of content is right here, which is just in my profile. So I say right here, manually adding members to a community. That's the content right there. So I'm going to pull that content up, and I found that by looking at my profile, and it's showing most recent items that I've added. You can also search for the content in the very top here. You can find it in a topic. There's a variety of ways to access the content. Well, the problem with my video here is the audio didn't work when I recorded it the first time. So I'm going to go ahead, I've gone and recorded a new video, and now I'm going to go ahead and replace this. When we're looking at a piece of content outside of its topic view, we're going to hit the ellipse on the bottom right here, and we're going to go ahead and click on Edit. Once we're inside of here, there's an option to update the content with a new file. So here's the update content with a new file. I'm going to go ahead and choose the file right here, and I'm going to choose adding a new user version 2, and I'm going to open that right there. You'll notice it doesn't upload right away. It's sitting in the queue right now. As soon as I click save, it'll be there. Couple other things I want to show you. This happens to be a video file, but there are many different options right here, which is I can add subtitle files, which are called SRT files. I can set a required view, so a user won't get credit for it until they actually view something like 80% of it. I can have jump to points if I want to, certain points in the video where the user can click and get to that point in the video quickly. I can add it to other communities as well, so it doesn't just have to be in one community. I can add it to multiple communities. And the tags. And tags are relevant for searching and finding content that is related to each other. Digital signature, if I want to require viewership or access to a certain file or piece of content, I can activate that. And then I can also change ownership. Normally, I change ownership of all of my content to the Academy admin because I don't want to receive all of those notifications of every piece of content that I've uploaded, especially if it's a piece of content that's going to be shared with a very large audience. Now, for videos, the default for download is no. For other files, it shows yes. Remember, if we don't want the user to be able to take the document, file, or video with them, then we want to choose no. And of course, we have custom HTML there. Now, we have this ability to do this, all of these different things in a variety of different forms in videos and other documents. So now that I've gone ahead and linked up the file, I'm going to click Save, and you'll notice in the bottom left here, the upload has begun, and that file will begin to replace the one that's there. Remember, for videos, it takes a little time to render the video, so it takes about 10 to sometimes 15 minutes for that video to be viewable. And what we get is this notice here saying we've got your video, but it's not viewable just yet. It's just like YouTube. The other thing you'll notice, those tags we put in, they're showing the related content right here. So it's actually showing other content that matches with those particular tags. So the other option with this is to actually delete the content. And we access it the same way. Now, if this content is not going to be used anymore for anything, then we would simply just delete the particular piece of content. The way we do that is this button right here. Remember, if you're deleting content, you could break links or disrupt topics or learning plans for users. Be very careful about what content we actually delete.